guys, it's Jacqueline. Were you wondering where the heck I was? Oh my gosh, talking about one of those crazy days. The doorbell rings, people coming to my house, I need to sign things, so I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late today. But hey, I can still crack this meal out literally in minutes, so I'll just wait for a few of you to maybe pop back in. And today's cooking class is Keema Curry. Oh my gosh. Hey, thanks guys. Hi Diane. Sorry, my apologies. Keema Curry. Guys, if you are afraid of doing Indian food, this is going to be the best introduction I'm going to let you know about. Keema means minced. And the flavoring on this is absolutely divine. I'm not kidding. It is so, so good. And today I'm going to show you how quickly you can make this meal. The ingredients in here, of course, we have our secret sauce, our spices, fire roasted onions, tomato powder. We also have some sea salt in here, some garlic, some mustard, black pepper, cilantro, cayenne pepper. The reason that you love Epicure is if you're saying, I would like to have a curry tonight, and you don't have a package like this, you're going to go to the grocery store and you're going to have to buy all those ingredients to try to replicate this. Why wouldn't you just buy a package? So darn easy. So we've got our stove here. We're going to just get one of our burners heated up. There we go. And you could use any any protein that you want with this. Now, the recipe on here is for chicken, but I know some of you have been looking at the grocery store and having sticker shock. I know I have been having sticker shock. I cannot believe the pricing. So you can totally do this with minced beef. And for vegetarian option, lentil. Lentil, very inexpensive. So you're gonna grab your package, and in our 4-cup prep bowl, I've literally got a couple cups of water. These are our scissors, by the way. And I am just going to dump this entire package. I wish you guys could smell it. Remember I said it's perfect flavoring? So good. I've actually made this recipe 3 times. My little secret. They're sold in sets of 3. So it's probably a good thing because I wouldn't be able to do this cooking class if I only had 1 package. So that's the beauty of that. So we'll just mix it up here and just set it aside. Got my pan heating up. You can use our wok. You can use our saute pan or whatever frying pan you have in the house. Okay, so set that aside there. Okay, need a little bit of oil. Okay, so we're grabbing our oil here. And I'm usually, if you were using hamburger, you would not need to buy the oil. You know that hamburger is usually full of extra fat, but I like using chicken, and chicken, of course, is a really lean meat, and so it tends to be a lot drier. So you definitely need a little bit of oil in the bottom of your pan. Okay, so we're gonna get that started, just cooking. One of your best friends when you're doing anything minced is our meat separator. I love this. I mean, there's things in your kitchen that you can sort of manage without. This, it's like I was thinking, do I really need this? Now that I've got it in my kitchen, I don't know how I lived without it. Meat separator, because anytime you're cooking with minced meat, have you not, turn this down a little bit, have you not noticed that it always clumps together? And with this, rather than taking your knife and ruining your pan, you literally just bounce this around. It doesn't damage your pot, and get it separated. Now, just a little sidebar on this. You want to make sure that you're cooking your meat up so it caramelizes, so it starts turning brown. Okay, hopefully you can hear me okay, it's sizzling away. We need Keema Curry, and I don't know if you've ever had samosas, but stay tuned. I'm going to make a samosas in the end, but we're going to add potatoes. Now, love at the store, they've got the little mini potatoes. They're so cute. But with this dish, you're going to want to cut up roughly about 4 cups, it says, of potatoes. Of course, the smaller you cut your tomatoes, the faster they cook. So how fast you need to put the meal on the table, chop up your potatoes. They're going to be the culprit that sort of holds you back a little bit. So there, I've got mine chopped. And you're going to get your multi-purpose steamer. This is our round one. I've already chopped up a number of these. It's our flexible cutting board. Oops. Get this one in. And we're going to throw this in the microwave. Because I've chopped them so small, it's probably only going to take about, ready for this, 6 minutes. Imagine, remember when you had to boil potatoes on the stove? Way longer than 6 minutes. So let me just pop this in the microwave. All right. So let's get back to our chicken here. The directions for the recipe that I'm making today are the one that literally is written on the back of the package. Have you bought? Hey Lisa, hi. Deborah, Christina, have you bought this yet? Honestly, if you haven't bought it, buy it. It is so darn delicious. Okay, so the instructions: combine seasoning with your 2 cups of water. We've got our potatoes cooking in the microwave. Now what we need to do is we need to brown our meat. How easy is that? It actually says lean ground beef. And then what we're going to do is we are going to pour the mixture in, and we're going to add a few basic ingredients, and we're done. Okay, let's take a look. Can you guys see how this is clumping together? Remember I said I couldn't live without this? Seriously, look at how it clumps. That is not minced meat anymore. But reasons why I love actually when you're doing minced meat, cooking it in our wok, because the wok comes down with angles, so it puts your ground meat into the center of the plate versus spreading it over a fry pan and you have to chop in more areas. I love that our wok just sort of keeps it contained, so you can manipulate this a lot faster. Just looking for a saute spoon. Okay, this is part of our kitchen utensil set. This is, and some of the things, you've already seen me with the flipper, our saute spoon. These are all in our kitchen utensil set, and it's sold as a group. So one of the best ways to purchase this is for you to actually have your own cooking class. And because we just launched the new season, now is the perfect time to be thinking about getting your friends together. You can do it outside, which is great. And as a host, you can get your product free or discounted because we give you half-price items, free product. And in fact, in the month of July, we actually have a discounted business kit. So if you've been watching me realizing, oh my gosh, she's just making dinner for her family and sharing it with people and making income, if that's maybe a way for you to help with the family finances during all this, I don't know, turbulence that we've got in our economy right now, you totally should look at food, because food, shelter, and clothing are basic things that we all need. And having a business that's food is not an extra, it's a must-have. So, okay, grabbing our meat separator. Can you see the value in this already? Love, love, love it. Again, make sure this is all browned. You didn't think you needed the masher either. Michelle, I swear, right? I use this every time I've got something minced. Every single time. And on that note, I've seen these meat separators from other companies, and they have more blades. Sometimes more isn't better. because I'm going to tell you, I was at a friend's helping her cook one day, and she had one that had 5 blades on it. It was a bugger. I'm not kidding, a bugger to clean. This is really easy to clean, and yes, it can go into your dishwasher, but you can just take your spatula and just get in between there. Super, super easy, so you're not losing any. Okay, Diane, you're saying you use yours all the time? I know. Meat separator. Can you say it again? Meat separator. Okay, this is browning up nicely. We're now going to add our flavoring. And we're going to, here's our instructions. We're going to get this heated up a little bit, and we're going to add some basic ingredients. Of course, I'm going to go to my microwave and get our potatoes. Okay. Potatoes, done, ready to go in, okay? Hang on, I've got to get my peas. And peas, okay? So you need your cooked potatoes, okay? So, as I said, make them nice and small. If you need to get food on the table faster, we're adding that in. Your potatoes are going to absorb some of this flavoring, and you're going to add peas. These are frozen peas, roughly 2 cups of them. These are our 4-cup prep bowls. 1, 2, they're sold in sets of 4. You probably have seen my cooking classes where I use these all the time. Now, once this gets a little heat, you're going to start seeing, you notice that when I put it in, it was quite soupy. I mean, remember, we had 2 cups of liquid in here, but the ingredients in here, actually, they will, because it's got a little bit of cornstarch in here, remember, everything that we sell is 100% gluten-free. So it actually has cornstarch in here, and because it's cooking, it's actually going to thicken up and it becomes like this gravy. So if you wanted to serve this over top of something, you could. I wouldn't, honestly, but if you, if you were saying, oh, you know what, curry is just not my thing, I mean, put it over top of rice if you want. I'm going to tell you, the flavor is so amazing, you're just going to want to just grab a spoon. It's going to be like a nice stew, a nice curry stew. And if you're wondering, is it really spicy? Who's tried this? Oh yeah, Diane, thanks for mentioning that. Meat separator is good for guacamole, avocados. You're gonna see how this just sets up. This meal literally can go on the table. I'm just gonna do the math here. You cook your potatoes, 6 minutes there, brown your meat, 10 minutes. I swear you can put this meal on the table. The last thing you're gonna wanna do, and you can see that my sauce is thickening up now, it won't take long at all, is you will want to squeeze on a lime. So get a fresh lime going, make sure you wash it. And using our citrus press, remember our citrus press has, of course, green for lime. It's just the diameter is a little bit smaller, so it's not rolling around and shuffling when you're squeezing it. And of course, a lemon, because lemons are larger. But on our cutting board, we'll simply take this. I'm going to turn this down because this is, I don't want to cook this so I don't have any gravy. But how quick was that meal? So you're just going to grab your lime, flip it upside down. Remember that the holes are on the bottom. Yeah. And we're just going to give this a squeeze, a half a lime. That's just going to pop the extra flavors in there. As I mentioned, this is becoming my go-to meal of the new season. The new season just launched in July, by the way. There you go, guys. How easy was that? Boom, dinner's ready. So if you lived here, or if you were having an actual cooking class, we'd actually cook this meal and you guys could actually taste it. I'm seriously going to say, again, if you're intimidated with curries because you think it's going to be too spicy, it's not the flavor that you've liked, and you may have had curry in the past, just grab one. It's a sweet curry. Michelle, thank you. Love it. Okay, and if you have members of the family that are going, it might be too hot for you, remember you can cut the package in half. The more you put in, the more flavor you have. So thanks, guys. I apologize for coming in a little late. Seriously, the doorbell was ringing. My phone was going off the hook. My dog was barking because someone was at the door, and I just couldn't come in on time. But I'm here, and we've banged out a meal. Thank you, and come on to next week's cooking class. I've got something else planned for you. Thanks again, and if you see anything that you need, remember, you know how to find it. Just connect with me, and I'll make sure that it gets shipped right to your door. Bye for now, everyone.